Okay, bear with me. I'm a little rusty on this. I'm also at work, so hopefully nobody calls me while I do this. But I have my notes on one tab and like your like little blurb on the other tab. So if you see me like scrolling back and forth, that's why. But in chapter 1, we talked about ethics and business ethics and morals and yada yada yada. So I'll just jump into it. When I think of ethics, I think of like doing the right thing, or like I feel like it goes hand in hand with like integrity, and obviously morals and ethics are the same thing, but I think of like a set of standards, I guess, based on a group and what they believe. So then the actual definition from the book is the behavior or decisions made within a group's values or morals. So same thing, I guess. Your view on the importance of business ethics. There's a bunch, so I'll just kind of touch on some of them. But one of them being ethics contributes to employee commitment. So like their willingness to sacrifice their time for the organization, meaning like if you like reward your employees with like cool, what's the word I'm looking for? Incentives, they're going to be more than willing to go walk in a parade. So I work for Pinnacle Bank, and we just had Fair Day a month ago, and one of our incentives to be able to walk in the parade was you get to wear shorts to work for that day. So like doing that, everybody's like, oh, I want to walk. So willingness to contribute goes hand in hand with like incentives. There again, increases group activity, less pressure to compromise ethical standards. So like less pressure to do bad things, I guess, to go against your company. I don't know. It contributes to investor loyalty. So provides a foundation for efficiency, productivity, and profits. Contributes to customer satisfaction. So by having good ethics, good morals, your customers are happy. Your company is viewed as socially responsible, to increase that trust and satisfaction, and then contributes to profits. So just being an ethical leader, or being ethical, I guess, leads to better performance and better outcomes. I don't know. I really like the one. My biggest one is the employee commitment thing. Like, I used to work for a company, and there was no benefit whatsoever to anything that you did, like no pat on the back or anything. They did not show your appreciation at all. And now Pinnacle, I work here, and it's great. Like, you do the smallest things and you get like the huge rewards, and I don't know, it's great. The ethics here are much better than the ethics at my old company. But I digress. Why should we study ethics? I think ethics is important to study because I don't know, just having good ethics makes for a successful business. So having bad ethics, you're not going to have as successful as business, or you're not going to have as many happy customers. So I think it's important because you obviously want to be successful. Possible benefits of implementing and reinforcing a strong code of ethics and ethical culture. I think that definitely goes hand in hand with employee commitment, the investor loyalty, customer satisfaction, and profits. I think those all go hand in hand with all of these topics. Having that set of ethics and standards and reinforcing that will go a long way when thinking of like long-term business success rates. So last one, in explaining the concept of business ethics, be sure to include your view on the evolution of ethics from the late 50s to the early 60s. In the 1950s, the Fair Deal was implemented. Who was it that did that? I'm trying to remember. have lost my train of thought. The Fair Deal. I don't remember. Sherman, maybe? The Fair Deal was defined as such matters environmental, having to do with like environmental responsibility, ethical issues, businesses. That one I should have looked at more, but 1960s was the rise of social issues. So the big one being Consumers' Bill of Rights, implemented by Kennedy, meaning you had the right to safety, right to be informed, right to choose, and right to be heard. Those were huge, obviously. Those are important things to have in a workplace. And that compared to today, I feel like all places still have that. But we also now have the environmental social governance, which is just building blocks for evaluation of firm performance in the areas of environmental, social, and governance. Increasing demand for responsible ethical conduct. So like it is becoming like super extra important. I think a lot of it is because like people are getting soft. But yeah, that was a lot. I definitely touched way too much on some things. Like I said, I was a little rusty, but yeah, I think that's it.